Good day, everyone. So this will be our last topic na for the first semester. Start our discussion for today. Our topic will be human rights as a basis for economic policy making. We will be understanding the relevance of human rights underpinning economic policy making. So we will be starting the topic about the policy making process. Let's start.
Let's explore the policy-making process. The policy-making process involves multiple demands, conflicts, compromises, and decisions. This is a broad definition for making policy, and it's not exclusive in terms of any one branch or level of government. Policy-making is complex, characterized by a lack of centralized direction, a focus on interactions of foreign, national, state, and local governments, and involvement of private interests with specialized concerns. The policy process is not a smoothly functioning, ongoing sequence with one phase predictably following another. Where administrative agencies play a central role in the policy process, policy making can be described as occurring in 4 stages. The first is a legislative stage involving both Congress and the President, often agency administrators, which is basic legislation drawn up, considered, and is approved by law. The legislative stage normally centers on actions of the chief executive and key legislators, but the role of higher-level administrators in formulating and proposing new policy options is also very important. Administrative involvement in subsequent stages of the policy process can assume a variety of forms. These include rulemaking, adjudication, law enforcement, and program operation. Rulemaking is a quasi-legislative power delegated to agencies by Congress. Rules may serve different functions, elaborating on general statutory provisions or indicating probable agency behavior in particular matters. Adjudication is a quasi-judicial function involving the application of current laws or regulations to particular situations by case-by-case decision-making, such as the FDA's power to seek criminal penalties. Law enforcement refers to securing compliance with existing statutes and rules, and not necessarily to police functions, and, more specifically, to the enthusiasm an agency brings to the task of implementing legislative authorizations. Many facets of program funding and administration are closely tied to either intergovernmental collaboration or competition. An absence of centralized direction characterizes many phases of policymaking, producing policies that look, accurately enough, as though they were arrived at from many directions at once. It's clear that the word policy refers to intentions and symbols as well as actual results of government activity. Policies are put into effect only to the degree that program objectives related to them are met.
And now, we will be discussing the human rights na aspect.
Alam mo ba kung anong nangyari noong 1948? Malamang ay panahon pa yon ng mga lolo't lola mo. Pero sa pagkakaalam ko, kung 70 years ago yon, ito yung tinatawag nilang panahon ng... hindi ng dinosaurs. Panahon ng Hapon, kakatapos pa lang ng World War II. Ang daming naghirap at namatay. Isa sa pinakagrabing pangyayari sa kasaysayan ng mundo. Naghanap ng kasunduan sa pagitan ng mga bansa para matiyak na hindi na mauulit ang mga pangyayari noon. At magkaroon ng iisang simbolo ng pagkakaisa, ang Universal Declaration of Human Rights o UDHR. Nagkasundo ang UN General Assembly tungkol dito kaya't isinalin sa napakaraming lengguwahe ang UDHR. Pero ano nga ba ang human rights? Simple, ang human rights ay mga karapatan mo dahil ikaw ay isang tao. Ang ibig sabihin mula nang ipinanganak ka, meron ka ng human rights. Lahat ay pantay-pantay sa pagkamit nito. Kagaya ng ibang pangangailangan mo, mahalaga ang mga ito para mabuhay ka ng maayos. Kung walang human rights, wala ka na ring proteksyon. May mga ibang taong nakulong o nabitay dahil lang sa Facebook status. May 30 articles ang UDHR. May mga civil and political rights tulad ng karapatang mabuhay, bumoto, karapatang magpahayag, at hindi matorture. Ang bawat karapatan ay may kinalaman sa ibang mga karapatan. Hindi ito pwedeng tingi. Pag inalis ang isang karapatan, maaapektuhan ng iba. Halimbawa, kung wala kang bahay, nakatira ka sa kalsada, hindi ka makatulog o makakain ng maayos, magkakasakit ka. Hindi ka pwedeng pumasok sa school, hindi ka rin makakahanap ng trabaho. Ang paglabag sa karapatan mo sa isang maayos na bahay ay paglabag sa iba mo pang mga karapatan para mabuhay ng maayos. Ito yung tinatawag na economic, social at cultural rights. Nagkasundo ang maraming bansa sa UDHR. Pero sino nga ba dapat ang nangangalaga nito? Sa totoo lang, gobyerno dapat ang nagtitiyak na naibibigay ang lahat ng mga karapatan. Pero madalas, mayroong mga gobyernong lumalabag dito. At dahil ito ay isa lamang deklarasyon, madami ang hindi sumusunod. Pero madami na din naman ang naglagay ng human rights sa kanilang mga konstitusyon, kaya dapat tiyakin na maibibigay ang mga ito. Maiintindihan mo ang iyong mga karapatan sa pamamagitan ng pag-alam sa mga ito. Pero para matiyak ang karapatan mo, kailangan mo ring magbantay na ang karapatan ng iba ay hindi inaabuso o nilalabag. Manindigan ka para sa karapatan mo at karapatan ng iba. Dahil karapatang pantao ay para sa lahat.
From our previous na video, na-discuss dito that the Philippines have a 30 articles. So let us further elaborate kung unsa tong mga 30 ka articles under sa human rights diri sa Pilipinas.
Do you know if you are truly free? Or are you properly exercising your freedom? Since many people misconceived freedom as being able to do whatever you want, this explicit discussion on the Declaration of the Basic Human Rights may encompass better realization of the freedom of the human persons. As a young individual who is starting to conquer the challenges and wonders of the world, it is important that you know where you should stand in this complicated system of human society. The Declaration of the Basic Human Rights has been created especially for young people so they can acquire clear understanding of their rights and responsibilities. Therefore, we must understand that the true freedom is not just being able to do whatever you want, but it is being able to exercise our basic human rights. We should also know that these rights are inalienable or unchangeable to everyone. So, let's get to know these basic human rights. Article number 1. All human beings are born equal in dignity and rights. This means that we are all born free, and we all have our own thoughts and ideas. Moreover, we should all be treated in the same way. Hence, no special treatments or maltreatments toward anyone should be inflicted. Article number 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as color, sex, language, religion, political beliefs, and the like. This means that no discrimination should be considered in the effect of this declaration. These rights belong to everybody, whatever our differences would be. Article number 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security as a person. It simply indicates that we all have the right to life and to live in freedom and safety. Thus, no one must be unjustly killed, captivated, or hurt. Article number 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Likewise, slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. This pointed out that nobody has any right to make anyone a slave, or we cannot make anyone our slave. Article number 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. Therefore, nobody has any right to hurt or to torture anyone. Article number 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. To put simply, this means that you have rights no matter where you go. You are a person with dignity just like any other. Article number 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. Hence, the law must be the same or equal for everyone. It must treat everybody fairly. Article number 8. Everyone has the right to effective remedy by the competent national tribunal for acts violating the fundamental rights granted by the Constitution or by the law. This means that we can all ask for the law to help us when we are not treated fairly, and they should not deny us such help regardless of any reason. Article number 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. This is specified that nobody has the right to put us in prison without good reason and keep us there, or to send us away from our own country. Article number 10. Everyone is entitled to full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal. This indicates that if we are put on trial, it should be in public, and the people who try us should not let anyone to dictate them what to do. Article number 11. Everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, according to law in a public trial. For that reason, we are always innocent until proven guilty. Nobody should be blamed for doing something unless it is proven. When people say we did a bad thing, we have the right to show or prove that it is not true. Article 12. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his family, home, or correspondence, or to attacks upon his honor and reputation. This indicates that nobody has the right to harm our good name. Nobody has the right to come into our home, open our letters, or bother us or our family without a good reason. Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Thus, we all have the right to go where we want in our own country and to travel as we wish. Article 14. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. So, if we are frightened or being badly treated in our own country, we all have the right to run away or go to another country to be safe. Article 15. Everyone has the right to a nationality and therefore should not be denied with the right to change nationality. Remember, we all have the right to belong to a country and have an identity. Article 16. Men and women of legal age have the right to marry and to found a family. Every grown-up has the right to marry and have a family if they want to. Men and women have the same rights when they are married and when they are separated. So, if you are of legal age and wanted to marry, no one has the right to stop you, not even your parents. Article number 17. Everyone has the right to own property alone as well as in association with others, or the right to your own things, which means everyone has the right to own things or share them. Nobody should take our things from us without a good reason or our consent. Article 18. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This article indicates that we all have the right to believe in what we want to believe, to have a religion of our choice, or to change it if we want to. Article 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and any ideas through any media. This article upholds freedom of expression. We all have the right to make up our own minds, to think what we like, to say or express what we think, and to share our ideas with other people. Article number 20. Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. This means that we all have the right to meet our friends and to work together in peace to defend our rights. Nobody can make us join a group or union if we don't want to, or nobody should stop us from joining groups or union if we wish to participate in it. Article 21. Everyone has the right to take part in the government of his country, directly or through freely chosen representatives. This is also known as the right to democracy, wherein everyone have the right to take part in the government of one's own country, and every grown-up should be allowed to choose their own leaders. Article 22. Everyone has the right to social security. This upholds our right to affordable housing, medicine, education and child care, enough money to live on, and medical help if we are ill and already old. Article number 23. Everyone has the right to work. Every grown-up has the right to do a job to a fair wage for their work and to join a trade union. Article 24. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure. We all have the right to rest from work and to relax. Thus, day off, vacation leave with pay, sick leave with pay, and many other forms of leave must not be denied to every employee. Article number 25. Women, children, and persons with disability have the right to a standard living and are entitled to special care and assistance. They have the right to a good life. Thus, they must be assisted. Mothers and children, people who are old, unemployed, or disabled, and all people have the right to be cared for. Article 26. Everyone has the right to education. Education is a right, not a privilege. Primary school should be free. We should learn about the United Nations and how to get on with others. Parents may choose what their children will study or learn, since they are the one paying or sending their children to school, but they should not be the reason for their children to be denied of the right to education. Article number 27. Everyone has the right to freely participate in the cultural life of the community. This indicates that no one should ever be restrained of enjoying the cultural life of the community. We all have the right to our own way of life and to enjoy the good things that art, science, and learning can bring. Article number 28. Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration. This highlights the significance of a fair and free world. There must be proper order so we can all enjoy rights and freedoms in our own country and all over the world. Article 29. In the exercise of rights and freedom, everyone shall be subject only to limitations determined by the law. Clearly, in the exercise of our freedom, we all have responsibility. We have a duty to other people, and we also should protect their rights and freedoms as much as we protect our own. Lastly, Article 30. Nothing in the Declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration. To put simply, this article indicates that no one can take away our basic human rights unless we do something that may deny us from these rights.
That is the 30 articles under the human rights diri sa batas nato sa Pilipinas. So that marks our end for our discussion. If you have questions and clarifications, do not hesitate to ask. You can send me a message through the messenger. So thank you so much for listening and have a great day. See you sa second semester. Thank you and God bless you everyone. And God bless sa inyong final examination. And don't forget to send your critic paper as your final requirement for this subject.